What's up, Goober?
What's up, weirdo?
I almost went with the normal one too. People really, there was a whole, okay, so obviously you guys, this last episode was a baby. Now this one's going to be a little baby. And it's reminding me to say that people love the ugly baby. And then, okay, so the last two episodes, one was ugly baby and one was hot boy. So now everybody's saying that inside you there are two wolves and you're either ugly baby or you're hot boy. So you guys at home figure out which one you are. You can be both, though, actually, at the same time. So.
And I saw Katie's comment, and I agree. You're slipping into weird water when you mix them up and you make hot baby.
Yeah, yeah. You can be both, or you can be either, but they can't be mixed together. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but ugly baby and hot boy have become iconic WooPod terms already. Also, the funniest thing happened because I'm not going to say who it was because it's very personal, but one of our listeners.
I know what you're going to say.
No, you don't.
Okay, maybe I don't.
There's no way. Well, if you do, that's crazy. But anyway, so one of our listeners I talked to, and they are recovering from a vasectomy. And I said, oh, and they told me, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope you're doing better. And then I'm like, wait, we dropped. They're like, I was so happy to have the new episode to listen to because I'm recovering from surgery. And I go, wait, we dropped the ugly baby episode during a vasectomy fucking recovery. I'm like, that's such good timing. They're like, I know it was.
Very funny.
Yes, you didn't know what I was going to say.
I did not know what you were going to say.
What were you going to say?
I thought that you were going to talk about what Jared said.
What did he say?
He said that parents do know their babies are ugly.
Oh, he did say that. He said he had an ugly baby.
He said his first thought about his daughter was, what the?
That's brutal. That's brutal. That's tough. So we were vindicated. People do know when their baby is ugly. But some people honestly probably have no idea.
I was an ugly baby.
I don't know if I was.
I had a melon head.
Oh, I think I was a cute baby.
If you look at my baby picture, the size of my head with the amount of face that I have, I look like every conservative pundit in the world right now.
Yikes. Nice segue. Anyway, you guys, so we got the baby episode out like 2 seconds ago. So we're doing this new episode because, there was just fucking the first presidential assassination attempt of my entire lifetime this week. So.
And a whole bunch of like Hollywood deaths.
Yeah, that too. I know, but I gotta tell you guys, because this was crazy. So Saturday, my brother and my dad came over and we're like never here. I always go to their house. They never come to my house. So my brother was going to help me with all these projects. So he came over early in the afternoon. We're doing all these projects all day. So then my dad came over and there's this like talk that we've all been putting off having. It was like a very serious talk. And we're all kind of like, nervous and whatever. So anyway, we have this like family serious talk. And then everything was fine. Everything went great. And then we went back to doing these projects. Okay, so then the last project that we did was like, I hung this ceiling light and it has a remote. And we were like, it was so complicated and so annoying. And we finally got it hung and we go to do the remote and it wouldn't work. And I opened the back of the remote and it's the weirdest, tiny, weird battery you've ever seen. Have you ever heard of an A23 battery? What the fuck is that?
I have no idea what that is.
I know. First in my life. It looks like a AA battery, but it's like half C. It's like a half of a AA battery. It's shorty. So I'm like, are you joking? I have every battery in this house. I don't have that. So my dad's like, he's blocking my car in. So he's like, okay, I'll run to Walgreens. So my dad's always got news radio on. So we had this crazy intense talk where we ripped apart my whole house, did all these projects, ripped the thermostat off the wall, ripped the fucking light out of the ceiling, did all of this shit. My dad runs to Walgreens. He busts back in the house with, they fucking shot Donald Trump. I'm like, wait, whoa, what? I'm like, obviously my first thought was, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what are we talking? And he's like, he's still alive. He got grazed. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't have the TV on. We didn't have any TV on, anything on. I didn't touch, for the first time in my life, I didn't touch my phone all day. And that happened. So I'm like, this is crazy. So anyway, so I put it on the TV. We finished up what we were doing. And I was kind of worried too, that there'd be like, I don't know, weirdness or anything. But once that happened, it was like, oh, the talk we had to have just on nobody's mind. It flew out of everybody's head. Everything was fine with us. Because like, I'm like, oh, I didn't have that on my bingo card. Like like the craziest thing happening. And then nobody's thinking about the awkwardness that happened a couple hours ago.
Yeah, my dad was in town and then I went to the weirdo picnic, which is put on by a bunch of friends. Mm-hmm. And I had to do weird reads with Emily at 7. So I could only stay at the picnic for like a few minutes. I was there for like a half an hour and then had some friends drop me off at home, came home, grabbed something to drink, got on the like pre-show with Emily and I sat down. I was like, how are you doing? And she looks at me and she's like, so what do you think?
But no, you missed a part because Emily lives in the UK.
Right.
So that's crazy. Okay, so go ahead.
And she's like, what do you think? And I'm like, what about what? And she goes, someone shot Trump. And I was like, what? Literally, this is 3 minutes before I have to go live on her show. And I'm like,
you're like sitting there on a Zoom screen and she tells you.
And I was like, what is happening? So I watched it real quick. And then I did like 2.5 hours with her. And then in the middle of her live, she goes like, and Richard Simmons passed away. And I was like, what are you doing to me? Like, I didn't know that either.
I know, we were away from our phones all day. We didn't know anything.
Crazy.
So crazy. So that happened. And obviously we were just like drained. I didn't speak to you that night. And then I wake up on Sunday and Shannen Doherty passed away, which is so sad. And obviously I talk about 90210 here all the time. So like that was shitty. And like numerous other people have passed away, but it's like, it's getting to be like later on Sunday. And I'm like, okay, Teddy calls me from the dollar store. Teddy calls me if he found an acorn. Teddy calls me. There's been a presidential assassination attempt and Shannen Doherty died and Teddy hasn't called me at all.
I have reasons behind that.
Why?
One is kind of what I said to you earlier today. Because of my background with like political conspiracies and the JFK assassination and all that stuff, I don't really like to comment on stuff until it's been about a week.
Yeah, I get it.
Because history like changes, like in the moment, everybody's just saying bullshit and garbage and no one really knows what's going on. So I just don't even like to dive into it for a few days. And then with the Shannen Doherty passing, I was like, oh, Jessica's not going to want to be bothered today. Like it's a bad day.
It was okay. I don't know. Obviously it's super sad. And I did put it on all day. I had it running on my TV all day. And like Pluto like tweeted, they're like, we're playing the series from the beginning.
Yeah.
Blah. But like, obviously she's been battling cancer for some 20 years or something. And it's one of those cases where you're like, they're probably in a better place. It was probably miserable and wretched. So to go through what, and we were saying too, when I finally did talk to you, we were saying that like, I think she lasted a lot longer than a lot of people thought she would. So I hope that she's happy for like that time that she did get. So
yeah, absolutely.
It does suck. But did I say it on here or no, I think we probably talked about it privately, but we had an event in Ohio and afterwards I was going to drag you to this convention in Pittsburgh because the full cast was there. And at the last minute, I was like, I don't have it in me. I've been, obviously, everybody on here knows I've been going through depression and fucking tweaking out for months. And I was like, there'll be another chance. I'll meet the cast some other time, blah, blah, blah. And then once I canceled it, I go, what's going to happen, don't you? And you're like, yup. And it literally
happened.
Literally happened. So now I fucked up, but it's okay. But anyway, let's segue out of this depressing.
You know what I was going to tell you today?
What?
I forgot to tell you. Today you have because you believe yourself to probably have been a reincarnate from the Titanic.
I do.
Today is kind of Titanic adjacent.
It is? What is it?
It's the anniversary of the Carpathia, which was the ship that rescued all the people on the Titanic. Today was the day it got blown up.
Oh, weird. I didn't know that.
Yes. So it's kind of Titanic adjacent.
Weird. It's funny because on Saturday when they came and helped me do all the projects, one of the projects was I had this decrepit porch light on my house that had been there for a million trillion years. It was so rusty and I changed it and it's so cute now. And I sent pictures of to a couple of people because I was so excited. And I said, my old light looks like it was on the Titanic. And then you just said that. So that's weird.
There you go.
Synchronicity.
Are we done talking about the attempted Trump assassination?
Yeah, I don't really have any other thoughts. I feel like every thought that could be squeezed out of the situation has been expressed online a fucking million times. But do you? Any guy?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if he's out playing golf, I'm not fucking worried about it.
I know. The next day was, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, terrible. Violence is not the answer. Mm-hmm. But like, if he's out like shooting 18 holes of golf like 12 hours later,
yeah,
Fuck it, who cares? If he doesn't care, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, it's a little crazy because I feel like we are affected by it. Like that could have been the most screwed up thing that's happened on TV in a really long time. So like I feel like us as a collective society are like, "Ooh, that's messed up," and you're like kind of thinking about it for the days after. And he's obviously like, "Well, that was a close one. What's next? What are we doing? What do I do today? Where's my
Moving
diet?
on.
Yeah, where's my Diet Coke? Where's my 9-iron? Let's go."
Yep. I remember when I was in elementary school, I remember coming out of elementary school. Remember, there were like a half days all the time in elementary school.
Yeah.
But I remember we got a half day and my mom picked me up and I didn't know why. And then I got in the car and my mom said that Reagan had been shot.
Oh shit.
So I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I was not around for that. But anyway, I'm going to segue.
That's it. That's the What's Up Weirdo political commentary. That's what you get these days on this podcast.
We like barely, I don't even, whatever.
Listen, it's fucking everywhere. The last place it needs to be is here.
I know. We did have to talk about it though, because it was crazy. I just think the ways that we found out was crazy. And I'm sure a lot of people have that story like, oh, I was doing whatever and blah, blah, blah. It's going to be one of those, do you remember where you were moments? Because
Well, you know my 9/11 story.
I don't know if I do.
I was working at an art gallery and I had to start at 5 in the morning and I had to put art on the walls of this building that was being built. So I had the keys to the building. So I got up at 5 in the morning, loaded all the paintings, drove to the building, which wasn't open yet. I had to open it. I went in, I hung paintings all day long. There was no electricity in the building. My car didn't have a radio. Got back in my car 8 o'clock at night, drove home, made dinner.
You didn't know the whole day.
Turned the TV on at 9:30 at night and realized that 9/11 had happened.
You didn't see any person all day.
Nope, I was alone in the building all day.
That's insane. That would be like if my story with my dad was like, oh, they went home and then I just went to bed and then I didn't find out about the Trump thing until like late Sunday.
It's so weird to me that like on that day on September 11th, the world had changed for everyone but me.
Yeah, yours was like delayed.
Yeah, I was sitting like at noon, I was just sitting in an empty building eating like a grilled cheese sandwich and fries and like, I got a lot of work to do. And then I got home and made spaghetti and sat down and turned on the TV. And I wanted to call people, but I was like, oh, everybody already knows.
Literally already know. Everybody knows. This makes a lot of sense too because, you don't answer your phone. Isn't that funny to think about though? Like how we're explaining this story. Like what if that was like how our life is and we were just in the woods and like we wouldn't know about Trump. We wouldn't know about anything. We'd just be like picking flowers and doing nothing.
Yep, playing with skunks and...
And Toad would be there just going crazy.
Did he hear me mention skunks? Is that what happened?
Nope. Somebody's walking by the front of the house. Toadalini. Toadsker. Toady Pants. Coco Loco. Johnny Coco. Little Baby Cha-Cha. Okay, I think he's done. Anyway, segue. Toad wanted us to change the fucking subject is what happened. So we just went to an advanced screening of Twisters, the obviously follow-up to the original Twister movie. And we got to go see it at this brand new, well, the theater itself is not brand new because it looked like it was from when Reagan got
It looked like it looked like it was designed by someone to look like it was made in the 80s.
Yeah.
But really it was just made in the 80s.
Yeah, it looked like a set, like the whole front of the studio or the whole front of the movie theater would fall down and it wouldn't be a real movie studio. What am I saying? Movie theater? But anyway, yeah, it looked like Tron. All the font was like Tron font. But anyway, so yeah, we went, but they built this new theater in there that's called a Screen X screen, and it's a 270-degree screen experience. So the screen is in front of you, but then it's on the walls too. So the whole picture that you're watching stretches. So we saw Twisters and they were all around us.
You look to your left, movie. You look to your right, movie. You look in front, movie.
More movie. I know, it was crazy. It was crazy. I've never been in a theater like that, but it was nuts. I thought it sounded really good too. The sound in there was good.
I will tell you, I'm still thinking whether or not I enjoyed the Screen X.
Yeah, me too. It's different because I thought it was going to be more of an open V shape, but it's like a closed, you really have to turn your fucking head to see the walls. I thought it was going to be a little more, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's made mostly for your peripheral vision.
Yeah, but like way peripheral.
But there were a couple of times, there were some like shots in the film where there was like a lot of motion happening.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was happening.
Yeah. It's a perfect movie to see in there. I would say action movies would be awesome in there. They did like a video before with like Tom Cruise talked in a bunch of different directors, like, this is the way of the future.
I don't know if it's the way of the future,
I
but
know, I don't either. But it was sick though. I really liked the movie. So Glen Powell's been in a few other things now, and I see him on like red carpet stuff. I see him online. And in my head, I'm like, this guy is just a guy. He looks like every guy. I'm like, I don't get it. And then there's me in the fucking theater watching it, and I'm like, I get it. I get it now. I get it.
really?
Yeah.
All right.
He looked cute. I'm sorry. He has a whole like new Matthew McConaughey situation going on. He was very charming and smiled a lot. And I was like, all right, America.
Are you a McConaughey?
I was.
Were you?
Yeah. I like him. I think almost everything he's in.
He's
Yeah.
just he's another one of those generic men.
I know what you're saying. That's what I thought Glen Powell was, but whatever. He's charming. He charmed me. I did it. I'm on board now, guys.
He got you all twisted up.
He did. I feel like I have to talk to Allie from Web Crawlers about it because she's a big Glen Powell head, and I never understood it, and now I get it. It took one movie, and I get it.
Is it for you?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Me and you both agreed the movie's too long, which we say that about every movie, but
Yeah, it's not for me.
oh, I liked it. I watched the original Twister a couple days ago, and I like this. It has a slow start, though. Honestly, we were both saying like 40 minutes into the movie, I'm like, I don't know if I like this movie. I don't think I like it. And then it got better and better and better. And by the end, I was like, I kind of love this movie.
If they started in the middle and then went to the end, it would have been fine.
Yes, but is it a spoiler if I say it has more tornadoes than the first one?
No, because the name of the movie is Twisters.
Okay, so yeah, it has in my opinion, it has way more twisters than the original Twister. That'll be my quote on the movie poster. This has way more twisters than original Twister, and this one has S on the end. But anyway, so yeah, I liked it a lot, but the end is gonna be what's the word polarizing ending.
Yeah,
we disagreed on our liking of the end of the movie, and that's all I'm gonna say.
yes, the movie itself, because the end of the movie actually has a really funny cameo.
Yes, it sure does.
But the end of the movie we disagreed on whether you didn't like it. I liked it.
Yes. And the cameo is somebody that you know.
Yes. You know what I didn't like?
What?
I didn't like the kind of created slogan for Twisters.
Yeah, but that's him being a YouTuber.
I know, but if you feel it, chase it.
Yeah, but they were using that as like a thing in life. That's like advice.
Yeah, but it just sounds kind of creepy.
I know.
If you feel it, chase it.
I know. You guys, I didn't know. Listen, I've been so not trying to get movie spoils for me, so I don't really watch trailers anymore. I just know if I want to see it or not. Glen Powell in the movie is a YouTuber, and he's like, you'll see. He has like a character development.
We both agreed, though, that the movie did not need a rodeo scene.
No, it did not need a rodeo scene. No rodeos. Big thumbs down from the What's Up Weirdo podcast. Is that it for Twist? Can I go into the next movie?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing, you didn't watch it, did you?
No.
Okay. You guys, another thing that I've been holding off talking about for a month, I got to see the screener of this movie that's finally coming out this week. It's called ODDITY. It's an Irish horror movie. The synopsis is ODDITY follows a blind medium who investigates her sister's death with the help of a frightening wooden mannequin. Like, that's insane. That synopsis is insane.
Okay, can I do an experiment?
Sure.
Okay, so I will assume that you just read that synopsis from somewhere, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, without reading the synopsis, can you give me
no.
Can you give me
I already forgot it.
Can you give me a synopsis of the film?
No, I can't.
Come on, give me a synopsis.
I tried to it's like some true crimey type stuff. It's got paranormal stuff, and
can I have a synopsis of the film?
No, because it's okay. I just said I can't do it.
You don't have to do it. Forget it.
Okay, yeah. So whatever. I can't describe it better than it was. There's a lady and her sister dies, and then she goes to find out why her sister died, but she's fucking weird. It's like she's a weirdo, and then the sister was kind of normal, and then she goes to investigate, and she brings this scary mannequin. But then aside from the scary mannequin, there's other scary stuff. It's, you guys, it's really scary. And I was telling you, okay, people know I watch a lot of horror movies, and they go every time they go, okay, what's the last like scariest movie you ever watched? What was the last time you were really scared? One really scared you? And they never do, because like a lot of scary movies aren't even scary. And I told you that this is my new answer. When people ask me what's the last movie that really scared me, it's Oddity. It's fucking scary.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's high praise. It comes out in select theaters this Friday, July 19th, and then it should be streaming on Shudder. I just don't know when. But yeah, Oddity, Irish horror movie. It's so good. It's so scary. It's very different and has a lot of stuff in it that we love. It's got, I already said it in the synopsis, so it's not a spoiler. It says she's a medium. It's more psychometry stuff like we've talked about before on here.
Yeah.
So it's got like everything we love. You guys, this movie's so good. You have to see it.
So it's for you.
It's for me big time. It's one of my best of the year. I put it instantly on my best. Honestly, right now, I think my best horror movies of the year, the ones that are like cluttered towards the top, are Stop Motion, Oddity, The Vortilac, Lisa Frankenstein, and probably Long Legs.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And then one more tiny tidbit that's like horror related. I read today that this new, I don't know when it's coming out. There's no details. The studio that put out Long Legs, Neon, they acquired the rights to a new movie. It's called Shelby Oaks. The synopsis is the film follows a woman who searches for her sister who became a paranormal investigator on YouTube after realizing the imaginary demon from her childhood was real. What? I know. I'm instantly interested.
All right.
It sounds like my whole shit.
Did you say Lisa Frankenstein was on your list?
Yeah.
Did you say Abigail was on your list?
It is. I was just not going to say my whole list. There's like, as it stands right now, there's like 11, I think, or 12 movies on my best of the year. So I wasn't going to say all of them. I was just trying to say the ones that are currently tippy top.
Gotcha. Currently 12 on your top 10 list.
It doesn't have to be 10. It's my letterbox. I can have as many as I want for the year.
Well, do whatever you want.
There's seriously, and I was going to say this too, is because I feel I saw a lot of people on Twitter being like, Long Legs isn't even scary. Long Legs isn't scary, or it's not what I thought it was going to be, or blah, 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 or it's not as good as everybody says it is, which is false. It's really good. But anyway, my point was maybe y'all aren't watching enough tiny, independent, or foreign horror movies, because there are so many good ones in the last few years and this year specifically that I don't even have time to watch them all. And they're so good and they're so diverse and so weird. All of them are so weird. And those movies don't hit theaters, so you don't get to see them. So maybe you just have to dig a little bit harder. And also maybe you have to take all the recommendations that I say on here because I'm really smart. So yeah.
Also, I don't know when this started to happen because I'm old and I don't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
But like the movie review sites,
oh god,
are just a fucking disaster.
I know. Well, a lot of them I'm sure are written with AI too.
But I mean, like even like well-known Rotten Tomatoes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like do they just allow anyone to be a major reviewer?
Rotten Tomatoes has a pretty strict application process, but I've seen people on there write terrible stuff and stuff that just, we've said it on here a million times, just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's a bad movie. You can be objective, and a lot of the people on there are making no effort to be objective.
Right. Twisters is not for me, but it's not a bad film.
No, it's not. Exactly. And yeah, you can say that. You know, it's funny too, because I was thinking that right when I got home, I smashed a bunch of Taco Bell in my mouth before we got on here. And I was thinking, I was like, because after we go to these screenings, you guys, they like in the hallway after they like ask us how we felt. And I feel like all of the like people who consider themselves real fucking movie critics are so grouchy, and they probably say the shittiest stuff. And then there's us who every time we come out, we're like, I liked it. I had a blast. This guy was cute. That part was fun. Like, we're always positive, and they must get the shittiest stuff from those people.
Yeah, movie reviewers do seem to be kind of grumpy.
Yeah. Like, I can't imagine the stuff that they are like, oh yeah, I had a terrible time. I was at this free movie that was like good and it was fine, but I'm gonna say it was terrible because I'm stuck up my own ass. Sorry, we like joy. And we got free popcorn and pop and a drink.
And I got free mini donuts.
I know, and you got donuts. And I got a double Moscato.
Oh, but the experience was terrible.
I know. Why don't you go home and cry about it? Sorry, you just got blasted in the face with tornadoes for 2 hours. Sounds terrible. To me, that sounds amazing. I had a good ass time. People are thieves of joy.
They are.
But yeah, I watched Lisa Frankenstein again a few days ago. That's why it was fresh on my mind, and it's even better than I remember. Anything else? Is this the end of our baby-sode?
Our tiny whiny. I think it might be.
I know I don't have anything else. We just wanted to push out because you guys got the last episode was a tiny, so we're like we got to add another tiny because the world got weird, so we had to have some commentary about it.
I know you don't want to discuss it at length, but I will tell you that you said when you came to pick me up for the movie that my house looked nice with all the trees cut down.
It does. Your property looks so good. Mine looks like a forgotten house in the woods.
That's your aesthetic.
It is my aesthetic. I don't like neatness. I like chaos.
Ooh.
But no, your house looks so good. Every time I pull up, it looks better than it did the last time. You're like really working your ass off over there.
Thanks, buddy. You should see this list of stuff I have to do around the house this week.
You should see my list of to-do shits. Really stupid. I still listen. I'm not even gonna get into it. Never mind. And we both have to fix our roofs, and I have to get my trees trimmed. Yeah, and I said on the last baby-sode that somebody has to help me trim my trees. So you guys, nobody contacted me. So if y'all are listening, literally somebody tell me they are a tree trimmer or know a tree trimmer because I need help.
At some point this week, will need you to come over and just watch me fix something in my house.
Oh, so you don't block? I electrocuted myself.
You did? Good work.
I know. We're twins now.
Yeah.
No, okay. The light that me and my dad hung when he went and got the baby. Listen, you guys, drinking game. Every time we say baby on this episode, drink. Anyway, when he went and got the baby battery and came back, okay, so the way that we hung the light, we kind of rigged it, and then you'll see it's a whole thing. But anyway, so once they left, I went up by the ceiling to adjust it a little bit, and I fucking electrocuted the shit out of myself. And then the next day I texted them. I did a snotty text that I can't talk about, and they both didn't answer. And then after that I go, P.S. guess what happens when you touch the top of that light? You get electrocuted. And then they answered and made fun of me, but they didn't answer the snotty one before it.
There you go.
I'll tell you what it was after this.
All right. But no, I have a window on the second floor that needs to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a ladder, a 2-story ladder.
No, I'm not going to watch you get up on a 2-story ladder.
So you have to spot me to make sure I don't fall off and die.
I do not accept this job.
You have to.
Can't we make somebody else do it?
No, I will do it myself. And if you don't want to do it, fine. I'll just do it by myself.
No, I will, but can you have a harness?
No, I think I'll be okay.
Can we get one of those bags that people fall into when they jump off a building?
You could just put a garbage bag beneath it and throw me away.
Okay, I'll watch. I'll spot you.
Okay, that's all I had.
I'll spot you, bro. Okay, I think that's it, you guys. You're just gonna have to wait till the next full-sode, not baby-sode.
Drink, because she said baby.
Drink.
And I just said it there.
And Baby Toad is here, and I don't know what else to say with the word in it.
That's all.
That's it.
Okay, good work, buddy.
Okay, good work, buddy.
I will talk to you when you come over to spot me on the second story.
Oh, God. Okay, don't die. Everybody be safe out there. Hope you're having a good summer.
Be safe.
Be cool. Go put your air conditioner on.
I don't have an air conditioner.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to them.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Oh, my God, bye. Oh, my God, bye.
Baby, drink.
Oh, baby.